What if the simple act of drinking water first thing in the morning, something you've been told is healthy your whole life, could quietly harm your body? For seniors, whose systems are more delicate than ever, this daily ritual can turn risky if done without care. Your heart, kidneys, and digestion are like old friends who've carried you through decades. They need gentle nurturing, not reckless habits. In this video, we're uncovering 6 dangerous mistakes seniors make when drinking water in the morning. Mistakes that could trigger nausea, stress your organs, or derail your entire day. Stick with us until the end, because the last mistake might make you rethink your whole morning routine. If you want to wake up feeling energized, clear-headed, and truly refreshed, this could be the most eye-opening advice you hear all week. Let's dive in. Mistake number 1. Gulping ice-cold water right after waking every morning. You stumble out of bed, head to the fridge, and grab a chilled bottle of water. That first icy gulp feels like a burst of energy, doesn't it? But for seniors, this habit is like tossing a snowball into a warm fireplace. It disrupts everything. After a night of rest, your body is in a fragile state. Your blood vessels are slightly constricted, your stomach is dormant, and your core temperature is still finding its balance. Pouring ice-cold water into this delicate system is a shock your organs don't need. It forces your body to work overtime to warm the water, straining your heart, tensing stomach muscles, and sometimes causing dizziness or headaches that linger like an unwanted guest. For those over 60, whose metabolisms are slower, this can quietly stress the cardiovascular system, especially if you're managing blood pressure or heart conditions. Let me tell you about Clara, a 74-year-old retiree I counseled. Clara swore by her icy morning water, believing it cleared the cobwebs. But she kept feeling sharp cramps and a strange chill in her chest every morning. She thought it was just aging. But when I suggested switching to room temperature water, her symptoms vanished within days. Her mornings became calmer, her digestion smoother, and she felt more like herself. That's no fluke. Cold water narrows blood vessels just when they're trying to ease open for the day, putting extra pressure on your heart and digestive tract. Over time, this repeated jolt can wear down your body's resilience, turning a refreshing habit into a hidden risk. Here's my perspective. Your body isn't a machine you can shock into action. It's a living partner that's earned your respect. At 25, icy water might have felt like a wake-up call. At 75, it's more like a rude interruption. Think of your organs as old friends sitting quietly by a fire. They don't need a cold splash to get moving. They need warmth, care, and patience. Sipping water that's close to your body temperature lets your digestion ease into the day without a fight. It keeps your heart steady and your energy stable. Plus, it's a small act of kindness to the body that's carried you through so many years. A body that deserves to be treated like the treasure it is. I've seen this make a difference for countless seniors. Take my neighbor, Mr. Thompson, who used to keep a chilled jug by his bed. He'd wake up with headaches he blamed on poor sleep. After switching to a glass of lukewarm water, he told me he felt 10 years younger by mid-morning. It's not magic. It's biology. Cold water diverts energy your body needs for waking up, leaving you feeling off without knowing why. And for those with arthritis or sensitive stomachs, the chill can tighten muscles or trigger discomfort that sets a sour tone for the day. How to avoid it? Choose water that's close to body temperature, around 98 degrees Fahrenheit if you're precise. Let it sit out overnight or warm it slightly in a kettle. If you love a ritual, add a slice of lemon or a pinch of ginger for flavor without the chill. Sip it slowly, like you're savoring a warm memory. Set your glass on your nightstand before bed, so it's ready when you wake. This simple shift respects your body's rhythm and sets you up for a morning that feels gentle, not jarring. Your heart, stomach, and mind will thank you with every steady beat and clear thought. Mistake number 2. Chugging water too fast. There's a certain satisfaction in downing a tall glass of water in one go, especially when you're parched after a long night. It feels efficient, like checking a box on your health list. But for seniors, chugging water first thing in the morning is like flooding a dry garden. It overwhelms the soil before it can soak it up. After sleep, your stomach lining is sensitive, your kidneys are recalibrating, and your electrolytes are at their lowest. Drinking too fast doesn't give your body time to process the sudden influx. Instead, it can cause bloating, nausea, or a drop in blood pressure that leaves you lightheaded, as if the room's spinning for no reason. For those with weaker digestion or heart conditions, this habit hits like a wave you didn't see coming, setting you up for discomfort that lingers all day. I worked with Henry, a 69-year-old former teacher who treated hydration like a sprint. He'd finish a 16-ounce bottle in under a minute every morning, thinking he was doing his body a favor. But he started noticing dizziness and stomach pain that puzzled him. He wasn't dehydrated, and his diet was fine. So what was wrong? When we slowed his routine to sipping over 15 minutes, his symptoms faded. By the second week, he felt more alert and grounded. Why? Rapid intake forces your kidneys into overdrive, diluting electrolytes too quickly and throwing your balance off. For seniors whose fluid regulation isn't as robust, this can trigger gas, acid reflux, or even palpitations that feel like your heart's skipping a beat. In my view, hydration isn't a race, it's a rhythm, like the slow dance of a life well lived. Your body at 70 isn't the same as it was at 30. It doesn't need to be shouted awake. It needs to be whispered into motion. Chugging water might feel productive, but it's like dumping paint on a canvas instead of brushing it gently. You lose the beauty of the process. Slow sips let your stomach expand gradually, your kidneys process without stress, and your heart stay steady. I've seen this transform mornings for so many people. Take Mrs. Rivera, a 78-year-old client who used to gulp her water before coffee. She'd feel bloated and jittery by 10 a.m. When she started sipping slowly while reading the paper, her digestion calmed, and her energy lasted longer. Think about it. Your body's been fasting for hours. It's like a quiet house waking up. Lights flicker on one by one, not all at once. Rushing hydration is like flipping every switch at the same time. It's chaos. Sipping respects the pace of your organs, especially as they age. It also helps you notice how your body feels. Maybe you're thirstier than you thought, or maybe you need less water than you've been forcing down. Listening to those signals is a gift you give yourself, one that pays off in clarity and comfort all day long. How to avoid it? Pour a small glass, about 8 ounces, and sip it over 10 to 15 minutes. Sit down, take a deep breath, and make it a moment of calm. If you're always rushing, set a timer to pause between sips, or keep your glass across the room so you have to walk to it. Picture each sip as a gentle pat on your body's back, easing it into the day. This habit isn't just about water. It's about starting your morning with intention, setting a tone of peace that carries you forward. Mistake number 3. Using old plastic bottles left by the bed. It's so convenient, isn't it? You keep a plastic water bottle by your bedside, refilling it every few days, ready for that first morning sip. But for seniors, this practical habit can quietly introduce toxins into your body, like uninvited guests sneaking into a party. Plastic bottles, especially older ones, can leach chemicals like BPA, or its substitutes when left out for hours, particularly in warm rooms or near a sunny window. These chemicals act like mimics, tricking your body into thinking they're hormones and disrupting your thyroid, blood sugar, or even mood. For aging bodies already juggling medications or health conditions, this extra burden is like adding weights to a tired runner. It slows you down without you noticing at first. Over weeks or months, you might feel more fatigue, mood swings, or digestive issues, never connecting them to that innocent bottle. I advised Martha, an 81-year-old grandmother who reused the same plastic bottle for weeks. She'd fill it from the tap, leave it by her bed, and sip it every morning. But she started complaining of headaches and sluggishness that didn't match her active lifestyle. When we switched her to a glass carafe, her energy lifted within days, and those headaches became rare. Research backs this up. Even BPA-free plastics can release other endocrine disruptors over time, especially when exposed to heat, sunlight, or just age. For seniors whose livers and kidneys work harder to detoxify, these small exposures pile up like dust on a shelf, barely noticeable at first, but heavy over time. I've seen this pattern in dozens of clients who thought their symptoms were just aging until they made this simple change. Here's my take. Your body is a temple, not a storage bin for chemicals. Every sip you take should nourish you, not challenge your system. Plastic might be cheap and easy, but it's like wearing shoes that pinch. You can manage, but why should you? Glass or stainless steel containers are like upgrading to a comfortable pair. They feel right, and they protect you. I think of it as an act of self-respect, a way to honor the life you've built. Plus, there's something elegant about drinking from a clean glass, like you're toasting to your health. I remember my aunt, who at 76 switched to a stainless steel bottle after reading about plastics. She said it made her feel fancy, and her digestion improved too. No more morning bloating she'd blamed on her diet. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. You've spent decades caring for your family, your home, maybe your community. Now it's time to care for you. Plastic bottles might seem harmless, but they're like old habits you've outgrown. They don't serve the person you are today. And there's a bonus. Glass and steel are easier to clean, reducing the risk of bacteria that can sneak into scratched plastic. That means fewer stomach upsets, which is a win for anyone over 60. How to avoid it? Swap plastic for a glass or stainless steel bottle and fill it fresh each morning. If you love bedside water, use a covered glass carafe to keep dust out. Wash reusable containers daily with warm, soapy water to avoid bacterial buildup. If you're on a budget, a simple mason jar works beautifully. Treat this change like a small gift to your future self, one that keeps your hormones balanced, your energy steady, and your mornings pure. It's a step toward a body that feels as vibrant as your spirit. Mistake number 4. Drinking water right after medications without food. For many seniors, mornings mean medications. A pill for blood pressure, another for thyroid, maybe one for joints or cholesterol. You pop them with a big glass of water and move on, thinking you're doing it right. But drinking water right after certain medications, especially on an empty stomach, can upset the delicate balance of your digestion. Some pills need food to cushion their effects. Others don't absorb well if you flood your stomach with water too soon. For those over 60, this mistake can lead to nausea, stomach irritation, or even reduced drug effectiveness, leaving you feeling queasy or off without a clear reason. Your stomach isn't just a container. It's a sensitive ecosystem of enzymes and acids, and mornings are when it's most vulnerable after hours of rest. I counseled George, a 77-year-old retired mechanic who took his heart medication with a full glass of water every morning, then skipped breakfast to keep things light. By mid-morning, he'd feel nauseous and weak, assuming it was his age or stress. When we adjusted his routine to include a small snack, a slice of toast or a banana, before sipping water, his nausea stopped and his energy stabilized. His doctor later confirmed his medication was working better too. Why? Water on an empty stomach can dilute stomach acid, slowing how pills dissolve or irritating the lining. For seniors, whose digestion is slower and more sensitive, this can amplify side effects or leave you missing out on the full benefits of your meds. In my opinion, medications are like guests in your home. You need to set the table properly for them to feel welcome. Gulping water thoughtlessly is like opening the door and shoving them inside without a chair. Timing and context matter. A little food acts like a buffer, protecting your stomach and helping pills absorb evenly. I've seen this make a huge difference. My client, Mrs. Patel, 83, used to take her thyroid pill with a tall glass of water, then feel queasy for hours. When she switched to a small sip with her pill and ate oatmeal 30 minutes later, her mornings transformed. No more nausea, and her blood tests showed better results. This isn't just about avoiding discomfort. It's about getting the most from your medications. You're taking them to stay strong, to keep dancing with your grandkids or tending your garden. Why let a small mistake rob you of that? Ignoring food or water timing is like planting seeds without soil. The effort's there, but the results fall short. And it's not just about the stomach. Some medications, like those for osteoporosis, can irritate your esophagus if you drink too much water and lie down right after. For seniors whose bodies are less forgiving, these details are the difference between feeling frail and feeling fierce. How to avoid it? Always check your medication instructions. Some need food, others an empty stomach. If food is required, eat a small bite first, like a cracker, yogurt, or half a banana, then sip water slowly. If it's empty stomach meds, take them with just a small sip, about 2 ounces, and wait 30 to 45 minutes before drinking more or eating. If you're unsure, ask your doctor or pharmacist. They love helping with this. Keep a notebook to track how you feel after meds to spot patterns. This tweak isn't just about avoiding nausea, it's about starting your day with confidence, knowing your body's getting exactly what it needs. Mistake number 5. Drinking water from tap, without filtering. You turn on the kitchen tap, fill a glass, and drink, thinking it's safe. After all, you've been doing it for years, and the water looks clear. But for seniors, unfiltered tap water can carry hidden risks, like tiny pebbles in a stream that slowly wear down the banks. Tap water often contains trace contaminants, chlorine, heavy metals like lead, pesticides, or even microplastics that slip through municipal systems. While they're usually within safe limits for younger folks, these impurities can stress an aging body. Your kidneys and liver, which filter toxins, aren't as efficient as they once were, so these compounds linger longer, potentially causing fatigue, digestive issues, or even long-term health concerns. For those with weakened immune systems, unfiltered water might trigger stomach upsets that feel like random bad days. I advised Linda, a 72-year-old librarian who drank straight from her tap every morning. She started feeling bloated and sluggish, blaming it on age or diet. When we switched her to a basic pitcher filter, her digestion calmed, and her energy perked up within weeks. She even said her water tasted sweeter, which made her drink more. Studies show that even safe tap water can have low levels of lead from old pipes or pesticides from nearby farms, and these hit seniors harder because detoxification slows with age. I've seen this in many clients. One woman, 79, had recurring stomach cramps until she filtered her water, and her doctor couldn't believe the difference. Here's my perspective. Your body deserves purity, like a clear stream running through a forest, not a murky puddle. Unfiltered tap water is like reading a book with smudged pages. It's usable, but why settle for less when you can have clarity? A filter isn't just about safety. It's about giving your organs a break so they can focus on keeping you vibrant. I think of it as a small act of love, like choosing fresh vegetables over canned. My uncle, at 75, started filtering his water after a bout of fatigue. He didn't expect much, but months later he was hiking with his grandkids again, feeling sharper than he had in years. This matters because aging isn't just about wrinkles or slower steps. It's about how your body handles challenges. Contaminants in water are like background noise. You don't notice them at first, but they drain you over time. For seniors, especially those on medications, clean water reduces the load on your kidneys, letting them focus on flushing out what matters. Plus, filtered water can improve taste, making hydration a joy, not a chore. I've heard clients say they look forward to their morning glass now, like it's a ritual that honors their day. How to avoid it? Invest in a certified water filter. A pitcher or faucet attachment is affordable and effective. Check that it removes lead, chlorine, and pesticides, and change filters as recommended to keep them working. If you're on a tight budget, boiling water and letting it cool in a clean container can reduce some contaminants, though it's less thorough. Store your filtered water in a glass or stainless steel pitcher for freshness. Treat your water like you treat your health, with care and intention. This isn't just about avoiding risks. It's about starting your morning with a sip of clarity that fuels your body and spirit. Mistake number 6. Skipping breakfast and relying on water alone. It's tempting to streamline your morning with just a glass of water, especially if you're not hungry or you think skipping breakfast is a healthy shortcut. Maybe you've read that fasting boosts metabolism, or you just want to keep things simple. But for seniors, relying on water alone and skipping breakfast is like starting a long journey with an empty gas tank. Your engine sputters before you even begin. After a night of fasting, your blood sugar is low, your brain is craving fuel, and your muscles are waiting for nutrients. Water rehydrates your cells, but it can't provide the protein, carbs, or fats your body needs to function smoothly. This habit can leave you shaky, irritable, or mentally foggy by mid-morning. And for those on medications, it can amplify side effects like dizziness or fatigue, making you feel older than you are. I worked with Rose, a 68-year-old artist who skipped breakfast to detox with water, thinking it would keep her light and focused. But she started feeling sluggish and moody, repeating herself in conversations and blaming it on age. When we added a small breakfast, yogurt with fruit or oatmeal with nuts, her focus sharpened, her mood lifted, and she felt like she could paint for hours again. Her daughter noticed the change too, saying, "Mom's back." Research shows that skipping breakfast lowers glucose levels, which hits seniors harder due to slower metabolic responses. Without food, water alone can dilute electrolytes further, leaving you jittery or weak, especially if you pair it with coffee, which revs you up without grounding you. In my view, water is a supporter, not the star of your morning. It's like the frame of a house, essential, but without walls and a roof, it's incomplete. Food grounds your system, giving water context to do its job better. Think of breakfast as kindling for your body's fire. Without it, the flame flickers. With it, you burn steady and strong. I've seen this transform lives. My client, Mr. Lee, 80, used to drink water and skip food until lunch, thinking it saved time. He'd feel anxious and tired by noon. A slice of toast with peanut butter changed everything. He started gardening again, smiling more, and feeling present. This matters because your body isn't just aging, it's adapting, and it needs your support to thrive. Skipping breakfast doesn't simplify your routine. It starves your potential for a vibrant day. A balanced start fuels your heart, steadies your mood, and sharpens your mind, especially for seniors managing medications or hormone changes. Even a small meal can be the difference between feeling frail and feeling fierce. I think of it like tending a garden. You don't just water it, you feed the soil too. Breakfast and water together create a foundation for energy, letting you enjoy the moments that matter, like laughing with your grandkids or savoring a quiet sunrise. How to avoid it? Pair your morning water with a light breakfast. Oatmeal with berries, eggs with toast, or a smoothie with protein powder. Aim for fiber and protein to stabilize blood sugar and keep you full. If you're not hungry, start small. A handful of nuts or half a banana. And eat within an hour of waking to sync your body's rhythm. Keep it simple but consistent, like a daily promise to yourself. This habit isn't just about food. It's about honoring the energy you still have to share with the world, whether it's a walk in the park or a story told over tea. Morning water is a gift to your body, but only when it's given with care and intention. These 6 mistakes, from gulping icy water to skipping breakfast, show us that even the healthiest habits can backfire if we're not mindful. For seniors, your body is like a cherished book. Every page matters, and rough handling can tear it. The lessons here are simple, but profound. Respect your body's rhythm with warm, slow sips that ease you into the day. Protect it from toxins with clean containers and filtered water that honor its purity. Support it with food and proper medication. Timing to fuel your strength and clarity. These aren't big changes. They're acts of love for the life you've built, the memories you've made, and the moments still to come. Try one tomorrow. Swap that plastic bottle for glass, sip instead of chug, or add a small breakfast to your routine. Notice how your body responds when you treat it like the treasure it is. You're not just aging, you're thriving, and every choice you make adds color to your days. If this video opened your eyes or sparked a new idea, please hit that like button and subscribe with the bell icon so you never miss our tips for living your fullest life. Share one lesson you learned in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to make a change. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, ready to keep growing, learning, and shining.